Number 15. The Village of Monsters. Every winter, quiet villages across Bulgaria transform into something that looks straight out of a fantasy movie. Towering figures wrapped in thick animal fur, wearing gigantic handcrafted masks and massive bells, march through the streets in a centuries-old tradition known as kukri. At first glance, they may seem frightening, but these costumed performers are actually symbols of protection, believed to drive away evil and welcome health, prosperity, and a successful harvest for the new year. The tradition dates back hundreds of years and remains one of Bulgaria's most treasured cultural customs. In the Pernik region, the annual Surova celebration was added to UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity in 2015, recognizing its cultural importance and helping preserve it for future generations. Today, the International Surva Festival in Pernik has grown into the largest masquerade festival in southeastern Europe. Recent editions have attracted more than 13,000 performers from across Bulgaria and over 30 international groups, filling the city with spectacular masks, deafening bells, traditional dances, and vibrant folk music. Number 14. Older than most European cities. Long before many of Europe's famous capitals even existed, the city of Plovdiv was already thriving. Archaeological evidence suggests people have lived continuously on this site for more than 8,000 years, making Plovdiv one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. Throughout its remarkable history, it has been ruled by the Thracians, Macedonians, Romans, Byzantines, Ottomans, and Bulgarians, with each civilization leaving behind visible traces that still shape the city today. One of Plovdiv's greatest treasures is its remarkably preserved Roman theater, built during the 1st century AD under Emperor Domitian. With seating for around 6,000 spectators, the ancient amphitheater still hosts concerts, operas, and cultural performances nearly 2,000 years after it was constructed. Walking through the Old Town, visitors encounter colorful 19th-century Bulgarian revival houses, cobblestone streets, hidden courtyards, and ancient ruins standing just steps away from modern cafes and boutiques. In 2019, Plovdiv gained international recognition as the first Bulgarian city to be named a European Capital of Culture, further highlighting its extraordinary blend of ancient history and vibrant modern life. Number 13. Bulgaria's sacred mountain masterpiece. Hidden deep within the rugged Rila Mountains lies Bulgaria's most treasured spiritual landmark, the Rila Monastery, founded in the 10th century by the hermit Saint Ivan of Rila. This remarkable monastery has stood for more than 1,000 years as a symbol of Bulgarian faith, culture, and national identity. Despite surviving fires, invasions, and centuries of political upheaval, it remains one of the country's best-preserved historic sites. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1983, the monastery is famous for its striking black and white striped arcades, colorful frescoes covering nearly every wall, and the magnificent Church of the Nativity of the Virgin. Visitors are often amazed by the intricate wood carvings, centuries-old religious manuscripts, and peaceful mountain surroundings that create an atmosphere unlike anywhere else in the Balkans. Today, the Rila Monastery continues to function as an active Eastern Orthodox monastery while welcoming hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. More than just a tourist attraction, it represents the resilience of Bulgarian culture and has become one of the nation's most recognizable landmarks. Number 12. The world's rose oil kingdom. Bulgaria may be a relatively small country, but it has earned a global reputation as one of the world's leading producers of premium rose oil. In the heart of the country lies the famous Rose Valley, where the unique climate, fertile soil, and cool mountain air create ideal conditions for cultivating the prized Rosa damascena. Every spring, millions of delicate pink roses bloom across the valley, filling the landscape with color and an unforgettable fragrance. What makes Bulgarian rose oil so valuable is the extraordinary amount of flowers required to produce it. It can take around 3 to 4 tons of freshly picked rose petals to extract just 1 kilogram of pure rose oil, making it one of the most expensive natural essential oils in the world. This precious ingredient is widely used by luxury perfume houses and high-end cosmetic brands for its rich and complex aroma. Each June, towns such as Cuisine celebrate the annual Rose Festival, where visitors can watch traditional rose harvesting, colorful parades, folk performances, and the crowning of the Rose Queen. More than just a flower, the rose has become a powerful national symbol and an important part of Bulgaria's cultural and economic identity. Number 11. Europe's hidden natural wonderland. While millions of travelers flock to Europe's famous destinations each year, Bulgaria remains one of the continent's best-kept secrets for nature lovers. Nearly 1/3 of the country's land is covered by protected areas, forests, national parks, and nature reserves, preserving an impressive variety of landscapes that many international visitors have never heard of. From alpine lakes to dramatic caves, Bulgaria offers extraordinary scenery without the overwhelming crowds found elsewhere in Europe. The Rila Mountains are home to the spectacular 7 Rila Lakes, a chain of glacial lakes sitting between 2,100 and 2,500 meters above sea level. In southern Bulgaria, the ancient Rhodope Mountains are filled with deep gorges, waterfalls, and legends that date back thousands of years. Another unforgettable landmark is Prohodna Cave, famous for its 2 enormous openings in the ceiling that resemble a pair of giant eyes, earning it the nickname the Eyes of God. Whether hiking through untouched forests, exploring mountain trails, or discovering hidden caves, visitors are often surprised by just how wild and unspoiled Bulgaria still feels, making it one of Europe's most underrated outdoor destinations. Number 10. Europe's best-kept travel secret. Despite its rich history, breathtaking landscapes, and remarkably affordable prices, Bulgaria remains one of Europe's least visited destinations compared to many of its Western European neighbors. While countries like France, Italy, and Spain attract tens of millions of international visitors every year, Bulgaria welcomes only a fraction of that number, allowing travelers to experience historic cities, mountain villages, and Black Sea beaches without the overwhelming crowds. One of the country's biggest advantages is value for money. Visitors can often enjoy quality hotels, traditional restaurants, and intercity travel at prices significantly lower than in many parts of the European Union. This combination of affordability and authenticity has gradually attracted more digital nomads, retirees, and long-term travelers seeking a slower pace of life. Beyond the famous landmarks, Bulgaria offers medieval fortresses, centuries-old monasteries, scenic hiking trails, ski resorts, and picturesque coastal towns that remain largely untouched by mass tourism. For those looking to discover a different side of Europe before the rest of the world catches on, Bulgaria may be one of the continent's most rewarding hidden gems. Number 9. Why Bulgarians seem so serious. Many first-time visitors are surprised by their first impression of Bulgaria. Compared with some Western countries, people here may smile less often at strangers or engage in casual small talk. To newcomers, this can sometimes feel distant or unfriendly. In reality, it reflects a different cultural approach to communication rather than a lack of warmth. In Bulgaria, a smile is often seen as something genuine that is shared with family, friends, or after trust has been established, rather than as an automatic social gesture. Once that initial barrier disappears, many travelers discover a very different side of Bulgarian hospitality. Locals are often eager to help with directions, recommend traditional food, or invite guests to experience local customs and celebrations. Family plays a central role in Bulgarian society, and welcoming visitors into the home remains an important tradition in many communities. Understanding this cultural difference helps explain why first impressions can sometimes be misleading. Behind the serious expressions are people who value sincerity, loyalty, and meaningful relationships, qualities that many visitors come to appreciate long after their trip has ended. Number 8. Bulgaria's surprisingly rich cuisine. Bulgarian cuisine is a flavorful blend of Balkan, Mediterranean, Ottoman, and Slavic influences, creating dishes that are both comforting and distinctive. Fresh vegetables, grilled meats, herbs, yogurt, and white cheese appear on tables across the country, reflecting centuries of cultural exchange. One of the most recognizable dishes is shopska salad, a simple mix of tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, onions, and grated white cheese that has become a national favorite. Another beloved specialty is banitsa, a flaky pastry filled with cheese and eggs that many Bulgarians enjoy for breakfast or during holidays. Grilled foods are equally popular, with kebabche and küfte served in restaurants, street stalls, and family gatherings throughout the country. Bulgarian yogurt also plays an important role in everyday meals, appearing in soups, desserts, and refreshing drinks. Seasonal ingredients remain central to traditional cooking, and many families still prepare homemade pickled vegetables, jams, and cheeses using recipes passed down through generations. Number 7. Bulgaria's forgotten Soviet giants. Scattered across Bulgaria are enormous concrete monuments that seem frozen in time, standing as reminders of the country's decades under communist rule. Among them, none is more famous than the Bulgarian Monument, an abandoned structure perched high in the Balkan mountains. Opened in 1981 to commemorate the Bulgarian socialist movement, its futuristic, saucer-like design has earned comparisons to a spaceship landed on a mountaintop. Even after decades of neglect, it remains one of the most photographed abandoned monuments in Europe. Beyond Bulgaria, visitors can still find massive memorials, mosaics, and examples of brutalist architecture built during the socialist era. These structures were designed to symbolize progress, unity, and national pride. But today, they tell a more complex story about Bulgaria's 20th century history. In recent years, preservation groups and historians have worked to document and stabilize some of these sites, recognizing their architectural and historical significance regardless of political views. For photographers, history enthusiasts, and urban explorers, these monumental landmarks offer a fascinating glimpse into a chapter of European history that continues to shape Bulgaria's identity today. Number 6. One of Europe's cheapest countries. Among all European Union member states, Bulgaria consistently ranks as one of the most affordable places to live and travel. From accommodation and public transportation to restaurants and everyday groceries, prices are generally much lower than in many Western European countries. This makes Bulgaria especially attractive for budget-conscious travelers who want to experience Europe without spending a fortune, while still enjoying historic cities, mountain resorts, and beautiful Black Sea beaches. The country's affordability has also attracted a growing community of digital nomads, remote workers, retirees, and international entrepreneurs looking for a lower cost of living. In cities such as Sofia, Plovdiv, and Varna, visitors can often find comfortable accommodations, reliable public transport, and a wide range of local restaurants at prices that remain competitive by European standards. While wages in Bulgaria are also lower than the EU average, the country's relatively low living costs continue to make it an appealing destination for both short-term visitors and long-term residents. For many travelers, Bulgaria proves that exploring Europe doesn't always require a luxury budget. Number 5. The yogurt that changed science. Few foods are as closely connected to a country as yogurt is to Bulgaria. For more than a century, Bulgarian yogurt has earned worldwide recognition thanks to a unique bacterium called Lactobacillus bulgaricus, first identified by scientists in the early 1900s. Together with Streptococcus thermophilus, it gives traditional Bulgarian yogurt its signature tangy flavor, smooth texture, and fermentation process that has become a model for yogurt production around the world. Yogurt is far more than a breakfast food in Bulgaria. It is an essential ingredient in everyday cooking, appearing in soups, sauces, drinks, desserts, and countless family recipes passed down through generations. The country's long tradition of dairy farming and fermentation has helped preserve authentic production methods that are still valued today. Bulgarian yogurt has also played an important role in food science, with researchers studying its fermentation process and beneficial bacteria for decades. While yogurt is now produced worldwide, many food experts still regard traditional Bulgarian yogurt as one of the original benchmarks for quality, making it one of the country's most respected culinary symbols. Number 4. The alphabet that reached millions. Most people associate the Cyrillic alphabet with countries like Russia or Serbia, but few realize that its story begins in medieval Bulgaria. During the late 9th century, scholars at the Preslav Literary School in the First Bulgarian Empire developed the early Cyrillic script, building upon the earlier Glagolitic writing system created by Saint Cyril and Methodius. The new alphabet proved simpler to learn and write, allowing literacy and religious texts to spread rapidly across the Slavic world. Today, the Cyrillic script is used by around 250 million people across Europe and Asia, and serves as the official writing system for several countries, including Bulgaria. Since Bulgaria joined the European Union in 2007, Cyrillic has also become one of the EU's 3 official scripts, alongside Latin and Greek. Although the alphabet bears Saint Cyril's name, Bulgaria played a central role in its development, refinement, and preservation. More than 1,000 years later, this remarkable cultural achievement remains one of Bulgaria's greatest contributions to world civilization. Number 3. The world's oldest gold treasure. When people think of ancient gold, they usually imagine Egypt or Mesopotamia. But the world's oldest known processed gold was actually discovered in Bulgaria. In 1972, construction workers near the city of Varna accidentally uncovered an ancient burial site that would rewrite the history of early civilization. Known today as the Varna Necropolis, the site dates back to around 4,600 to 4,200 BC, making it more than 6,000 years old and home to the oldest known collection of crafted gold artifacts ever found. Archaeologists have uncovered nearly 300 graves containing over 3,000 gold objects, with a combined weight of about 6 kilograms. One burial, known as Grave 43, contained more gold than had been discovered from the same period anywhere else in the world, revealing that social hierarchy and advanced metalworking already existed in prehistoric Europe, thousands of years before the pyramids of Egypt were built. Even today, only about 30% of the necropolis has been excavated, leaving experts convinced that more extraordinary discoveries may still be hidden beneath the ground. Number 2, a nation that never changed its name. Throughout history, countless countries have changed their names as borders shifted, empires collapsed, and governments rose and fell. Bulgaria is one of the rare exceptions. Officially established in 681 AD under Khan Asparuh, it has proudly kept the name Bulgaria for more than 1,340 years, surviving Byzantine conflicts, nearly 5 centuries of Ottoman rule, 2 world wars, the communist era, and its modern transformation into a democratic member of both NATO and the European Union. This remarkable continuity is often cited as one of the country's greatest historical achievements. Over the centuries, Bulgaria's borders have expanded and contracted dramatically, and its political systems have changed many times. Yet its national identity and name have remained intact. Historians often point to this as evidence of the country's strong cultural resilience and enduring sense of nationhood. While many ancient European kingdoms disappeared or evolved into states with entirely different names, Bulgaria has preserved the same identity since the 7th century. Today, it stands as one of Europe's oldest continuously existing states, a living link between the medieval world and modern Europe, carrying a name that has endured for more than 13 centuries. Number 1. The head shake that confuses everyone. Imagine asking a simple yes or no question and immediately becoming confused by the answer. In Bulgaria, one of the country's most famous cultural surprises involves head gestures. Many visitors quickly notice that some Bulgarians may shake their heads to mean yes and nod to mean no, the opposite of what people expect in much of the world. This unusual custom has puzzled travelers for generations and is often the very first cultural shock they experience after arriving. The tradition is deeply rooted in Bulgarian culture, although historians still debate exactly how it began. Several popular theories connect it to life under Ottoman rule, while others believe it simply evolved over centuries as a regional custom. In modern Bulgaria, however, the situation is more nuanced. Younger generations, especially in large cities and tourist areas, often use the same gestures as the rest of Europe, while older residents or people in rural communities may still follow the traditional pattern. Because of this, many Bulgarians also reinforce their answers with clear words to avoid misunderstandings. That wraps up our journey through some of the most fascinating and surprising facts about Bulgaria. Which one amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next adventure. Share this video with your friends and family, and join us as we continue exploring the world's most incredible countries, one destination at a time.